was calculating that because I saw it.
Puck using her size to get inside. Hillman comes and help. Here's Lexie. Oh, who does what Lexie Holman's been doing here out of the Olympic break. A team that is certainly better than their record as Mitchell comes up with the steal. Howard is back. It's 1-on-1. Mitchell's going to pull a three. How's that for confidence?
4 players. 1 unforgettable night. What happens when Caitlin Clark, a generational superstar, inspires Lexie Hull, Kelsey Mitchell, and Aliyah Boston to rise to unprecedented heights? The Indiana Fever didn't just play a game. They showcased basketball's future in a way that had everyone talking. This is the story of how the FAB 4 came to life and a historic game that changed everything. How much has this team's resilience grown over the past month? Yeah, I think that's one of the biggest ways we've improved over the course of the year. Especially since a little before the Olympic break, and definitely afterward. I'm proud of our group. September 8th, Gainbridge Fieldhouse. The arena buzzed with electricity as 17,000 fans filled the stands, their excitement tangible. The Fever were coming off a grueling loss to the Minnesota Lynx, a setback in what had otherwise been an extraordinary post-Olympic run. But this night felt different. It wasn't just another matchup. It was the moment when 4 unique talents converged to ignite something extraordinary. Clark weaved behind the back, creating off a Boston screen. Boston turned the corner, drove to the rim, and tied the game. Caitlin Clark, a generational phenom with a knack for elevating her team. Lexie Hull, a defensive ace rediscovering her three-point rhythm. Kelsey Mitchell, a seasoned guard chasing greatness after years of adversity. Aliyah Boston, a commanding force in the paint, ready to dominate. 4 distinct journeys intertwined in one electrifying, unforgettable game. Early in the 2024 season, the Indiana Fever seemed destined for irrelevance. With just 1 win and 8 losses, their season was spiraling out of control. But by September, they were the talk of the basketball world. What changed? The Fever's transformation was built on grit, growth, and the magical chemistry of 4 remarkable players. At the start of the season, the team struggled to find an identity. Yet, beneath the surface, seeds of greatness were being sown. Lexie Hull faced high expectations as a Stanford standout, but struggled in her WNBA debut. Her shots missed the mark, and her confidence faltered. Instead of folding under pressure, Hull hit the gym, perfecting her form through hours of repetition. Her breakthrough came on August 18th against the Seattle Storm, where she erupted with a career-defining performance. Hull had arrived, and her ice-cold determination became a cornerstone of the Fever's revival. Aliyah Boston, the 2023 first overall pick, carried immense expectations into her rookie season. The pressure to lead a struggling franchise could have been paralyzing, but Boston thrived. As the season progressed, flashes of brilliance became consistent dominance. By September, Boston was a force to be reckoned with, owning the paint with poise and power. Kelsey Mitchell, the team's heartbeat for 7 seasons, had endured years of rebuilding. Despite endless setbacks, she remained relentless, inspiring teammates with her unwavering fire and leadership. Her patience and perseverance finally paid off with the arrival of a teammate who would change everything. Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark, a once-in-a-generation talent, stepped into the WNBA spotlight with sky-high expectations. Her arrival sparked a seismic shift for the Fever. Clark wasn't just scoring or making highlight reel passes, she was elevating everyone around her. Whether threading pinpoint passes to Boston in the paint or finding Hull and Mitchell for perfect scoring opportunities, Clark's playmaking made her the glue that held the team together. On September 8, 2024, the Fever faced the Atlanta Dream in a game that would alter the trajectory of women's basketball. From the opening whistle, the Fever played with synergy and poise. Clark orchestrated the offense like a maestro, threading passes through impossible gaps and draining deep threes with unflinching confidence. By game's end, Clark had tallied 26 points and 12 assists, becoming the fastest WNBA player to reach 300 assists. Meanwhile, Mitchell's scoring brilliance and Hull's sharpshooting stretched Atlanta's defense thin. The showstopper was Aliyah Boston, whose 30 points and 13 rebounds solidified her dominance in the paint. Together, these 4 stars led the Fever to a stunning 104-100 victory. The FAB 4 aren't just a team. They're a movement. Their blend of talent, chemistry, and determination has reignited Indiana basketball and inspired fans around the league. This is only the beginning. With a foundation built on trust and resilience, the Fever are poised to build a dynasty. Are you ready to witness history in the making?